Tonight, former President Trump making his first public appearance since the assassination attempt from over the weekend. Wearing a bandage on his right ear, the former president appeared at the Republican National Convention with his vice presidential selection, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. At one point, the crowd was heard saying, "Fight, fight, fight," the same thing the former president said after being shot on Saturday. The former president will officially accept his party's nomination coming up on Thursday. Meanwhile, tonight, the response to Vance being selected to be the running mate has thus far been positive at the Republican National Convention. Our Chris English has more now on his selection, including reaction from state Democrats.
After what seemed like months of speculation and second-guessing, former President Trump made it official Monday afternoon, naming Ohio Senator J.D. Vance as his pick for vice president. The 39-year-old Republican is half the age of Trump, a married father of three, and a native of Ohio who has served in the U.S. Senate since January of 2023. Vance was a combat correspondent in the U.S. Marine Corps and attended both Ohio State University and Yale School of Law. This afternoon, I spoke with the University of Central Florida political science professor Aubrey Jewett, who says that Vance's blue-collar upbringing may appeal to many voters in crucial battleground states.
And so I think that sends a signal that Trump was looking for somebody that could speak to blue-collar workers throughout the Midwest and those critical battleground states. But certainly Michigan, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, I mean, those are all battlegrounds. And so perhaps the idea is that J.D. Vance can help him in those areas.
As Republicans are cheering the decision, reaction is slowly coming in from Democrats, including the chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party, Crystal Spain, who says Vance is a fierce election denier.
I'm not surprised that he selected J.D. Vance because he was looking for someone who's going to do his bidding. And J.D. Vance is that person. He's already said that he would, do exactly what Mike Pence didn't do on January 6th.
Now that the Trump-Vance ticket has finally taken shape, the focus shifts back to Saturday's assassination attempt and how each campaign moves forward.
From both sides, we're going to see a little timeout, a little bit of call for more unity, a little less bombast, a little less harsh personal attacks. But within a month or so, I'll be shocked if it doesn't get back to the way it's been for very many months now.
South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott addressed the shooting while speaking to the crowd at the Republican National Convention Monday evening.
The devil came to Pennsylvania holding a rifle, but an American lion got back up on his feet and he roared!
And what about the now infamous photo of Trump just moments after an assassin's bullet nicked his right ear? Is there any concern that the image will serve to further stoke the flames of division?
I think that they will use that to their best advantage, and they will use it a lot, using that picture and that image to suggest that Trump is a fighter, that they don't want Republicans to back down, that they're going to move forward.
The Republican National Convention runs through Thursday. After rescheduling several appearances, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are expected to be back on the campaign trail later this week. Chris English, News 19, WLTX.
And as we mentioned a few moments ago, former President Trump is expected to address the crowd during a speech on Thursday evening at the Republican National Convention. That's when he will accept his party's nomination. Now, earlier today, he officially wrapped up the Republican nomination with a roll call of states. And Governor McMaster was there, casting South Carolina's 50 delegates for the former president.